Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my friends from the Sodor construction crew. There's Jack, the friendly front loader and leader of the crew.
Welcome to the Sodor Construction Company.
Max and Monty are two naughty dump trucks who are a little bit gruff.
Hey!
No!
You need to keep out of the way.
But always mean well.
What? Us? Trouble? Never.
There's Oliver, the excavator. The wise old worker who's seen it all.
Well, that's odd.
Alfie is the happy-go-lucky excavator.
You guys are all set.
He's a team player who doesn't mind getting dirty. Darcy is the newest member of the team.
I can't wait to get tunnelling.
She likes to chat while she works.
You guys look like you could do with a bit of help.
With her long drilling arm, Darcy can cut holes in any mountain.
Now that felt good.
Brenda is a friendly and strong bulldozer who likes to keep everything tidy.
I don't want any mess on my nice flat ground. There, pretty as a picture.
If there's a job that needs doing, then the Sodor construction crew are the team for you.
Awesome. Yeah, with a capital O.
Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures.
Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my good friend Yang Bao from China. Yang Bao is a large tender engine and the pride of the Chinese railway. There are many steam engines in China, but none are as beautiful and majestic as Yang Bao. Yang Bao competed in the Best Decorated Engine competition at the Great Railway Show. He is especially known for the golden tiger painted on his tender. Yang Bao is really brave, but he is also a very wise engine. He has taught me so much about China and what it's like working on the railway there.
To stop a moving car, don't just block it, move together. Move with the car.
I can't wait to see what else my good friend Yang Bao has to teach me about China. Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Hamne, all the way from China. Hamne is a steam engine who works on a Chinese railway. Hamne is a blue tank engine just like me. And she has a #1 painted on the side of her tank. Just like me. Well, almost. It didn't quite look like a #1.
That's how we write the #1 in China. Only we don't call it 1. We call it E.
Hamne often pulls 2 cheeky passenger coaches called Anan
Ni hao.
and Yinlong.
Ni hao.
Together, they know all the shortcuts on the Chinese railway, which is particularly useful as they love to race.
Faster! I'm #1!
But I bet they won't beat me when I continue my adventures in China. Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures.
Hello! Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Ashima from India. Ashima is a steam engine who works on the Indian Railway. But I first met her when she came to Sodor on her way to the Great Railway Show. Everyone thought that Ashima would be entering the Best Decorated Engine competition, as she's so beautifully painted. But Ashima is also great at shunting. I wonder if she learned that from the elephants on the Indian Railway.
Trusty Trunky. I know her. She's helped me before.
The Indian Railway is one of the busiest in the world.
You'll soon get used to working here, Thomas. It's not so different to the railway on Sodor, you know?
Ashima has been so kind to show me the amazing sights of India. Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures.
Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Rajiv from India. Rajiv is a steam engine who works on the Indian Railway, which he's told me is the biggest and busiest railway in the world. He brings a bit of glamour to the railway. He once won the Best Decorated Engine competition.
Check out the crown.
Which he loves to remind everyone about. Rajiv likes to think he's a royal engine, though not everyone agrees. Rajiv thinks of himself as a real star and would like nothing more than to feature in a movie. He's certainly got the confidence to be a star, and I can't wait to visit him in India and see if he can achieve his dream. Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures.
Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Noor Jahan, all the way from India. Noor Jahan is a diesel-electric locomotive who pulls luxurious passenger coaches. Noor Jahan is so elegant and glamorous that even Rajiv looks up to her.
Noor Jahan.
Noor Jahan has many jobs on the Indian Railway, but her favorite is taking passengers on jungle tours in her luxury coaches. If you're lucky enough to ride on one of Noor Jahan's jungle tours, you may even spot a beautiful tiger in the wild. Just like Noor Jahan, India is full of wonder and mystery. Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Shankar, all the way from India. Shankar is a diesel engine, and although he's not the most glamorous engine, he's very hard-working. He works on the Indian Railway, which is usually quite busy. He takes a lot of pride in making sure he delivers his trucks on time.
Just me bringing you your trucks.
Shankar really cares about protecting the environment. He taught me all about looking after animals. One time, we had a big adventure. We came up with a clever plan to stop some pesky poachers catching tigers from the jungles in India. Shankar is a really useful engine. Join me again soon, when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures.
Allow me to introduce you to this year's contenders. And here is Vinny from North America. He's big, strong, and mean. A real heavyweight. Vinny has given himself a reputation for being a big bully. He believes he's the best and will do whatever it takes to come first, even if that means he has to bend some rules. I, for one, am certainly not going to stand in his way. Vinny has the skills to be a true contender. Let's just hope he plays nicely, folks. Let's hear it again for Vinny from North America!
Times, new engines are called on to travel from far away to help with special jobs. Engines such as Sam, who can pull the heaviest loads. Sam is a very large engine. Bigger than Gordon, bigger than Hero, even bigger than Connor. In fact, Sam is 4 trucks long, which means he is 4 times longer than our #1 hero, Thomas. Because of his size, the island's railway may seem small to Sam, but his big heart and super strength still means he can be really useful. Welcome to Sodor, Sam. New engines are called on to help with special jobs. Engines such as Logan, who is a strong little shunter. Logan looks like a diesel engine, but is he a diesel? He looks a little bit like Death, a little bit like Dart, and a little bit like Salty. But unlike diesel engines, Logan has a funnel, which tells you he is actually a steam engine, just like Thomas. So although he may look like a diesel, Logan is proud to help his fellow steam engines by making sure they have plenty of coal. He is a really useful engine. Welcome to Sodor, Logan.
Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Bo, all the way from the United States of America. Yee-haw! Bo is a really cool mining engine that works in the Wild West. The railway where Bo works is very different to the island of Sodor. They don't use breakdown cranes to rescue engines.
Breakdown crane! Breakdown crane! Hey, you sure do talk funny.
They use horsepower. Bo taught me that there's always another way of doing things. He's a really useful engine.
Oh, it weren't nothing.
The American Railway is an amazing place. I can't wait to see more of it with Bo. Join me again soon, when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures.
Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my good friend, Nia. Nia is a steam engine from Kenya, who now works with me on the railway on Sodor. I first met Nia when I went on my big world adventure. Nia helped me find my way across Africa. At first, I didn't want any help, but Nia taught me that
2 engines are much better than 1, you know.
Nia was right. Everyone needs help sometimes. Now Nia works with me on the island of Sodor, where she helps to shunt trucks and pull passenger coaches. She's one of the cleverest engines on Sodor. And she's great at solving problems. You're so lucky that Nia has joined the STEAM team on Sodor. And I can't wait to learn more about Kenya, too. Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Shane, all the way from down under. Shane is a large and powerful steam engine who works on the railways of Australia. G'day, mate! Shane is always up for having fun.
Look out for that dingo!
Huh? Where?
Gotcha! Just pulling your chain.
And he loves to tell a good story.
Once a cheeky croc snuck aboard and hitched a lift.
Even if they're not always true. Shane often pulls two cheeky passenger coaches called Aubrey
G'day, mate.
and Aiden.
G'day!
They've taught me all sorts of fun facts about working on the Australian Railway. My Australian friends are great. I can't wait for you to see what we got up to together. Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Tamika, my friend from the other side of the world. Tamika is a historic steam engine from Australia. She works in the Kuranda rainforest, taking passengers on tours. There are so many wonderful animals in the rainforest. Tamika taught me all about them and how important it is to protect them.
This rainforest is a koala's home, where they deserve to be protected and respected.
I'm so glad I met Tamika in Australia. I can't wait for her to show me what other animals live in the rainforest. Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to a very cool friend of mine, Ace. Ace is from the other side of the world, Australia. Ace is a super cool, super fast racing car. I first met Ace when he came to Sodor. He was about to start a cross-country rally around the world. It was Ace that encouraged me to go on my big adventure.
Mate, you should do it. Free and easy. That's my motto.
Ace can do all sorts of exciting things, like jumps and spinning around in a circle.
You mean a 360, mate?
Ace loves to race and is a free spirit. He won't let anything get between him and the open road. Unless it's a little orange monkey. I hope that Ace shows me around Australia one day. Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Isla, all the way from Australia. Isla is a brave flying doctor's plane. She carries doctors to places which are too far away from hospitals for people to get to. She's a real-life hero.
Oh, she's so awesome!
Oh, she's super awesome.
High in the sky, Isla can fly much faster than an engine could travel on tracks, so she is always quick to help in an emergency. She has even helped me out a few times.
Hang tight, mate! I'll call for help!
I'm so glad that I met Isla in Australia. She's great at being really useful and helping people. Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures.
Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my new friend, Gina, from Italy. Gina is a small and smart tank engine who is very proud of her homeland of Italy.
Italy is bellissima.
She's the perfect tour guide and shows me all the fun secrets about her native country.
This is the famous Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Sometimes she gets a little frustrated when I talk too much about what I think I know about Italy. Your buildings look very unfinished.
They're not unfinished, Thomas.
But like a good friend, she always forgives me right away.
Those statues, they must have broken. They're just very, very old and damaged.
Gina is extremely loyal and goes out of her way to help friends in trouble.
Thomas, where are you?
She even helped rescue me.
Thomas, the path is blocked. We have to go forward.
Okay, I'm going. We made it! Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my new friends, Lorenzo and Beppe from Italy. Lorenzo and Beppe are two best friends who complement each other perfectly. Lorenzo is a vintage locomotive who is a little too curious.
Aren't you curious to see where this takes us?
He likes looking for lost treasure, and sometimes he takes the scenic route to find it.
Where are we?
He loves being the center of attention.
If there's a job I was made to do, it's this!
But his best friend Beppe helps him to remember that working together as a team is better than going solo.
Oh, my Beppe! I'm so sorry. I should never have left you.
Beppe is a small coach with a flair for the dramatic who idolizes Lorenzo.
I may be small, but I work hard.
Together, they're a dynamic duo who love to sing operatic duets.
It's Beppe and Lorenzo.
Join me again soon when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my new friend, Esther, from Italy. Esther is an excavator who loves her job and is happy to spend all day digging the perfect hole.
I'm Esther. Welcome to my construction site.
This just looks like you're digging a hole.
I am digging a hole.
She's very laid back and often works around delicate archaeological sites where she has to be very gentle and dig carefully.
Steady there, Jack.
By being patient, she knows that eventually she will uncover something amazing.
Wow! Treasure! Is there anything else down there?
Everyone's always excited to see what Esther will dig up next.
I discovered something nobody realized was here. A whole ancient Roman palace.
Wow!
Join me again soon, when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my new friend Stefano from Italy. Stefano is a big amphibious vehicle that can travel on both water and land.
Like an alligator. Snap, snap.
This makes Stefano the perfect vehicle for moving large cargo by sea to the many ports of Italy. Stefano is so big and strong that he can also transport vehicles. From construction lorries to steam engines.
Thank you, sir. No, thank you.
He's a storyteller who likes to share fun tales of adventures from around the world.
We just have time for one more story.
Wow. Stefano loves to show off his skills and has a great sense of humor. Oh, I still can't believe he can do that.
My legendary beach landing gets them every time. Need a moment to take it in?
Join me again soon, when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my new friend, Raul from Brazil. Raul is a vertical boiler tank engine who's sporty and playful.
1, 2, 3, go!
He's very competitive and loves turning everyday work into exciting games.
Heads up!
Don't let the ball touch the ground. Pass it to me! To me!
He often feels he has to come first at everything he does.
Yes! It's Raul for Brazil on the ball! He shoots! He scores! Goal!
Which sometimes causes problems.
Help!
Don't worry, Raul! I'll save you! You were in trouble. And some things are more important than winning. But he's learning how to make his games friendlier and more fun for everyone.
You win some, you lose some.
Join me again soon, when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my new friends, Gabriela and Cassia the Crane from Brazil. Gabriela is a fast-talking, fun-loving engine who loves to share her knowledge about the culture and railways of Brazil.
Hola, Thomas!
She's excited and passionate about her country.
Do you hear that?
Especially when it's carnival time.
I'd never heard music like that until I came to Brazil. What do you call it?
Batucada! It's Brazilian party music.
She's always cheerful, and she's a great friend to know when you're traveling through Brazil. Cassia the Crane is based on the busy docks of sunny Rio de Janeiro. She's a strong and steady crane who lifts and loads cargo carefully from the ships.
Thomas, look out!
Whoa!
Aye!
Well, usually.
Oh, indignidade!
She loves working to rhythmic music like the bossa nova and batucada. Even when there's no music, Cassia will find her own rhythms and beats from sounds around the docks.
Boom, boom, cha-cha-cha, boom, boom, cha-cha-cha! Oops.
Join me again soon, when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. Hello! I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my new friend, Gustavo, from Brazil. Gustavo is a large blue engine with an electric personality because he's electric-powered.
Hola, Thomas. Nice to meet you.
He's an express engine who is very independent and proud about being different.
Brazil is the land of the future.
At first, Gustavo reminded me of my other big blue friend, Gordon, back home on Sodor.
Oh, indignidade.
But Gustavo's a lot friendlier.
Thomas, you make me laugh.
And always helpful.
Here, let me help you.
Gustavo is wise, fast, strong, and loves tooting his special-sounding horn to let everyone know he's on his way.
Espresso pasando. See you later, little engine.
Join me again soon, when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures. I've been traveling all around the world having amazing adventures. I've made a lot of new friends, and I can't wait for you to meet them all. Today, I'd like to introduce you to my new friend, Rebecca, from England. Rebecca is a steam engine who's recently come to work here on the island of Sodor. When Rebecca first arrived, she was so nervous. She made some clumsy mistakes and was worried she wouldn't fit in.
I hope I won't be known as a slow coach.
But Rebecca is a very special engine. She's one of the biggest engines we have on Sodor. She's as big as Gordon, and she's just as fast. Rebecca has become very popular on Sodor.
Well, I like her. She's fun.
Rebecca's now joined us in Titmouth Sheds, and we all love having her around.
Yay, me!
Welcome to Sodor, Rebecca. Join me again soon, when I'll be introducing you to another friend I've met on my adventures.
Allow me to introduce you to this year's contenders. And here is the Flying Scotsman. He's called the Flying Scotsman because he runs the express passenger service between London and Edinburgh, Scotland. He also became the first locomotive to reach the speed of 100 miles per hour. He doesn't fly and he's not Scottish, but that doesn't slow this engine down. It also says here he's Gordon's brother. Well, there's a surprise. I wonder what other surprises are in store for us this year, folks. Let's hear it for the Flying Scotsman. Allow me to introduce you to this year's contenders. And here is Spencer from the mainland. Just hear those home fans go wild. Now, Spencer is the private engine to the Duke and Duchess of Boxford. He's a grand engine. Some might even say regal. In fact, Spencer still holds the world land speed record for steam locomotives. Built by Sir Nigel Bresley, this streamlined engine will be hoping to retain the cup here on the mainland. So let's hear it again for the mainland's very own Spencer the Grand. Allow me to introduce you to this year's contenders. And here is Axel of Belgium. And just look at those stats. What an amazing-looking engine. That's streamlining at its finest, folks. This engine's built for speed. Axel is a lean, mean racing machine whose good looks and charm have won him an army of fans. Just listen to those screams. He's like a movie star. But will he get the leading role and win the great race? You'll just have to wait and see, folks. Let's hear it again for Axel of Belgium. Me to introduce you to this year's contenders. And here is Frida of Germany. She's a beautiful, streamlined engine, built for speed. But this steam engine is more than just a pretty face. She's actually competing against the big boys in the race of strength. Could she make history this year by being the first female engine to win the strength competition? I'll certainly be cheering her on. So watch out, boys. Frida's coming to get ya. Let's hear it again for Frida of Germany. Allow me to introduce you to this year's contenders. And here is Ivan of Russia. Let's have a look at his stats, shall we? This diesel engine is very strong. Some viewers may remember when Ivan finished just seconds away from setting a new world record in the shunting race. But he didn't give up and has always given his best in everything he does. An admirable quality that we can all wish to aspire to. And look at him here. He really is a character, isn't he? The crowd are going wild. He's won them over before the race has even started. Let's hear it again for Ivan of Russia. Allow me to introduce you to this year's contenders. And here is Etienne of France. Probably the most modern of all our engines here. This electric-powered engine is a real marvel of technology. He's sure to send sparks flying. Etienne recently set the world rail speed record. He may look flashy, but he's a true gentleman in the world of racing. He recently said, "I'm just here to have fun and meet new friends, and if I should win, then vive la France." So if it's excitement and speed you're after, then look no further than Etienne of France. Let's wish him the best of luck. Me to introduce you to this year's contenders. And here is Carlos of Mexico. This plucky tender engine has a real history with the Great Railway Show. A true hero story to tell. Carlos was the very first winner of the strength competition back at the first ever Great Railway Show. This made him a really useful celebrity back in Mexico, and truly one of our favourite contestants who keeps on coming back each year to participate and show his support for this great event. This year, he's entering the Best Decorated Parade, and we wish him all the best. Let's hear it again for Carlos of Mexico!
The Royal Engine. I've met some really useful engines in my time, but this year I met some really special ones. This is Duchess. Not only is she really special, but she's also really important. That's because she's the Royal Engine, which means she gets to pull the royal coaches and take the Queen to all her royal appointments. Duchess is very hardworking and proud to do her best for the Queen. I was lucky enough to meet them both when I took Sir Topham Hatt to collect a special award from the Queen for his services to the railway. Although I didn't feel very lucky the first time I met Duchess, nor the second time. In fact, I thought she had forgotten all her manners. But then I discovered it was all because she was worried about being late. And who wouldn't be if you had to carry the Queen? So, it all turned out to be a big misunderstanding. And Duchess and I soon became good friends. It's a great honor being the royal engine. But only truly special engines, like Duchess, get the royal seal of approval. Marvelous machinery. I've met some really useful engines in my time, but this year, I met some really special ones. My new friend Ruth is an inventor. An inventor makes new and different things, and she's here to tell us all about how they work. Over to you, Ruth.
Thank you, Thomas. Behold, the spectacular, supercharged Kenji! Kenji is from Japan. He's one of the greatest inventions of the railway, and he's the fastest engine in the world.
Wow! What makes him go so fast, Ruth?
Well, Thomas, Kenji's not a steam engine like you. He's powered by electricity. Electricity makes things turn on.
Oh, does that mean he has to be plugged in?
No, Thomas. Kenji has a special rod called a pantograph that connects to wires above his head. The electricity moves down his pantograph and then goes all the way down to his wheels. And that's what makes him move.
I wish I was as fast as Kenji.
Well, you never know, Thomas. One day in the future, you might be.
Kenji really is a marvelous machine. Thank you, Ruth. And a special thanks to you for watching. Join me next time for more marvelous machinery. Marvelous machinery. I've met some really useful engines in my time, but this year, I met some really special ones. My new friend Ruth is an inventor. An inventor makes new and different things, and she's here to tell us all about how they work. Over to you, Ruth.
Thank you, Thomas. Behold, the magnificent, trailblazing Sunny! Sunny came to Sodor from the United Kingdom. He was designed to work in the coal mines and to pull heavy trains up steep hills.
What makes him so strong, Ruth?
Well, Thomas, Sunny was one of the first engines to use piston valves to help turn his wheels. That gives him extra pulling power.
What's a piston valve, Ruth?
It's a special part of the train that controls how much steam is going to be used. It means Sunny can choose how strong he wants to be. Sunny may be an old mining engine, but he sure was ahead of his time.
Wow! Could you invent something that will make me ahead of my time, Ruth?
Oh, I'm sure I could, Thomas. But for now, let's just enjoy you as you are.
Sunny really is a marvelous machine. Thank you, Ruth. And a special thanks to you for watching. Join me next time for more marvelous machinery.